person of interest, and the 2024 general elections recently concluded, and we have a very new Lok Sabha now, a younger Lok Sabha, we are told, new MPs, while the average age of the candidates has dropped down to 55. 4 young candidates swept this election at just the age of 25. The candidates, now MPs, are India's first ever Gen Z MP, and we got the list of those 4 for you. Number 1 is Sanjana Jadhav. She's a Congress candidate. She defeated the BJP candidate by a margin of about 51,983 votes. She is now an MP from Bharatpur in Rajasthan. Number 2 on our list is Pushpender Saroj from Samajwadi Party, defeated Vinod Kumar Sonkar, the current BJP sitting MP, mind you, from Uttar Pradesh. Again, the margin was over a lakh. He's now an MP from Kaushambi Lok Sabha seat.
You also have Priya Saroj. She's the daughter of a 3-time MP, Tufani Saroj. She fought from Uttar Pradesh's Machli Shahar seat on a ticket from the Samajwadi Party. You can see those visuals of her right now. And lastly, you have Shambhavi Chaudhary. She defeated Sunny Hazare of the Congress, her closest opponent, by a sizable margin of over 1 lakh votes to win from the Samastipur constituency. Now, we had to have one of these voices with us. We have with us today Shambhavi Chaudhary. She's joining us on TVC this morning. We're so excited to understand from her exactly what this feels like as a newly inducted Lok Sabha MP. Shambhavi, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Shambhavi, how does one of the youngest parliamentarians in the country even celebrate?
First of all, thank you to the entire team for having me. Thank you, Sonal, for inviting me. And I'm really, like you told me earlier, you've never invited a politician over for this show, so I take this humble opportunity in thanking the entire team for considering me. How I am celebrating this victory, honestly, everybody is asking me, how are you feeling, what is the feeling like now that you're finally a parliamentarian? And I only have one reply, that I still haven't found the time to consume the entire process properly. There's so much been going on, and I'm constantly meeting new people, connecting to new people. Although this part I'm thoroughly enjoying, but I still haven't found the time to have any kind of celebrations as of yet.
All right, but Shambhavi, tell us this: how does a 25-year-old girl like you, who went to LSR, went abroad and did her studies, come back to being a politician? How did that come along?
So basically, I'm a 3rd generation politician from my family. I've always, I grew up in that environment since childhood. I've seen my father and grandfather serve people, and it has had a very positive impact on my mind. Young people in politics, I think when I see politics, I see myself as a catalyst of change. Now that I'm a representative of the people, by the people and for the people, it also gives me an edge to put my visions across, to put my thought across. I think that now as a parliamentarian, it's my duty to bring new ideas, new values to the entire political system. And what's been going on is something that I really experienced during my campaign, is that people have lost touch with their voters. They are not connected to them emotionally. There's no heart-to-heart connect with their voters. Now it's just about vote bank and vote share.
Shambhavi, you kind of touched on this. Tell us, when you've spoken to people, what do you believe in the area that you're now going to be the Lok Sabha MP of? What are the issues that matter?
Core issues, definitely I come from, I've been elected from the Samastipur Lok Sabha. The constituency, Samastipur, is a little backward till now. There have been, it has been lacking few things that are basic. Such as it does not have proper connectivity as of yet. There are still some, in infrastructure it's way below than the average mark, and I feel that connectivity is just not important for beautification, or I would say to make it a global constituency. No, connectivity is important because it helps us facilitate the transmission of different facilities at the right time. You could call it education, you could call it the health. I went to a very remote village in my constituency in Kusheshwar Sthan, and somebody, I think that boy must be younger to me or almost my age, he told me that when there's flooding in that area, they have to quit going to college because they can't make it to college on time, and especially women, they avoid going to colleges because the colleges or schools, because it's so far and it takes them so much time. So that's the time I realized that connectivity is just not about beautification or municipal development, or I would say that a place looking better. It's also that the facilities that we are doing, basic facilities, should reach them on time.
Right. Shambhavi, but as a woman MP, the gender which is in clear minority when it comes to the parliament, even the current one, are there certain issues you find close to your heart that you want to raise in parliament?
Definitely be education, because this is a very personal story. My grandfather used to swim through a river and reach his school when he was young. Because it was very far away, and he really worked hard towards his education, and education is a big thing in my family, and I feel that education is the only tool that can really transform lives and change society. So definitely education is also on my list. I want to work, I want to bring good colleges, polytechnic colleges, I want to promote the education of women, I want to promote the education of children, and I want to promote higher education. A lot of girls drop out from colleges and they don't pursue higher education, they get married early, or they feel that it's not important. So I want to erase this social conditioning and promote more and more women to get themselves educated and create a safe environment for women who want to pursue higher education.
Shambhavi, as we were just sharing with our audiences, you're also now one of the nation's youngest MPs. So you are going to be a voice of the youth also. Can you tell us a little bit more about your goals on that front?
Definitely, I am a representative of the youth, and I will always talk about the youth. But I am really more involved in what is happening in my constituency and how I can make my constituency, how I can make my state better. And definitely all these things will come around, be it social media or different issues that involve the youth. Employment is definitely on my bucket list, and I'm already working on trying to plan a roadmap for good investments over there. There have been some mills that have been, factories that have been shut down for many years in my constituency. I want to work on opening them. I want to be able to bring good, nice investments in my state, so that more and more youth get employment opportunities, because it's a big thing in states like UP and Bihar. So definitely it is on my bucket list, and I've continuously talked about it as well.
All right. So Shambhavi, you speak like a very trained politician already, but just to sort of give our viewers a reminder, you are all of 25. A regular, normal 25-year-old would be wearing their heart on their sleeve, would be posting on Instagram, would be doing a lot of stuff, which in your capacity as a politician is kind of restrictive. Do you find yourself as a person being torn between the freedoms of youth versus the responsibility of youth?
Definitely it does worry me, because there are a lot of things that we have to be as representatives of the people careful about, but it does not, I almost think about it all the time, but it does not bother me as such, because I'm truly passionate about my political career, and I come from a political family, and I've seen, the only thing that I always keep telling people, the most important thing that I learned from my father was, the world always shows you the good side, but it's only your family that shows you the bad side. So my father has always taught me how to deal with the bad times in politics, and how to graciously welcome whatever decision comes from the people, whatever mandate comes from the people. You will have good times, but you will have bad times as well. But I think whatever challenge may come, I will be able to overcome that challenge with my determination and hard work. And I also feel that with time you get the hang of politics. With time you understand that okay, politics is the only profession that is led by perception, and I think I'll be able to manage my emotions because I'm young. So I think I'll be able to manage my emotions well, and being in politics is definitely a blessing, but I understand that with politics there may come times when it will not be the best of times, but I'm aware of that, and I'm ready to take whatever challenges may come.
Shambhavi, you're really not speaking like someone who's new to this. You're speaking with the experience, the maturity of someone who's decades older. It's so lovely. It's in fact so rare to hear someone speak with this kind of wisdom, especially at 25, but even frankly from those who are older. So it was so lovely to speak to you. Thank you for joining us here on The Breakfast Club.
Thank you for having me, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I really hope that whatever expectations the people of this country have from me, I can deliver to that. Thank you.